Welcome back to the Marvel Snap deck highlights. Today we're going to be talking about one of the sweeter build-around cards in Marvel Snap, and that's Agatha Harkness here. 6 energy, 14 power card. Agatha starts in your hand and plays your cards for you. A lot of implication in this one line. Let's break down what it means. To start with, Agatha starts in your hand is different than something like Quicksilver in that she doesn't take up one of the 3 slots in your opening hand. She's an additional 4th card you begin the game with when you play with her. And plays your cards for you means you have no control over what cards are played out from your hand as long as Agatha is in your hand. She makes legal plays randomly to the board with the important asterisk that if given the opportunity to put herself into play, she will always do so at a random location. That gives us a deck building puzzle to kind of leverage the upside of having this additional 6 energy, 14 power card in our opening hand every game, while mitigating the downside of her playing out randomly. The key in doing the latter here is the 2 3-drops that we see present in this deck, the first of which is Wave, 3 energy, 3 power card. On reveal, next turn cards in both players' hands cost 4. This means any game where Agatha plays Wave out on the 3rd turn, she's guaranteed to play herself out on the 4th turn to a random location. Our other 3-drop, and a way that we mitigate Agatha's downside in this deck, is Lady Sif. On reveal, discard the highest cost card from your hand. If you look at the way this deck is constructed, you'll note that the only other 6 energy card in our deck is America Chavez, who is never drawn before the 6th turn of the game. This means if we had either of our deck's 2 3-drops in our hand on the 3rd turn of the game, we're going to be having control of our own destiny because Agatha will be on the board or in the discard pile by that 4th turn. This is where the rest of the deck construction comes in really important here. To start, you'll notice there's no other 3 energy cards, and the only card in our deck that costs less than 3 energy is Domino, because we're guaranteed to draw her on the 2nd turn of the game. She'll then be the only legal play in our hand that turn, and then she plays herself out to the board. It's then also important that there's no other 3 energy cards in our deck, because if we have Wave or Lady Sith, we want Agatha to guaranteed play out one of the 2 cards that's going to give us back control of the game. Now, things to note here. You are less likely to have Wave or Lady Sith in your hand on turn 3 if you play Domino like we are. In fact, you go from a 91% chance to have one of these on turn 3 to an 83-ish% chance with Domino. That being said, I think having extra stats in play on the 2nd turn on average gives us more than 8% in win equity, but that's just a gut feeling. I don't have a significant sample size to back that up with mathematically. The second thing is this deck largely is just retreating in the 17% of games where we don't have either of our 3s. You'll note that the rest of this deck is kind of interactive cards or cards where the sequencing matters. So if Agatha is still in control when the 4th turn rolls around, things generally speaking end up kind of disastrous. The base of the rest of the deck, once we gain control back from Agatha, is kind of the Sarah disruptive deck. We've got Shang-Chi, we've got Enchantress, we've got Jessica Jones for stats, we've got Ghost Rider to bring that Agatha back as our 3rd key card when she's discarded to Lady Sif. Overall, I think this deck is probably a bit of a meme. As the name Lunch Midrange implies, I often play this deck while I'm taking a lunch break during my longer live streams, but it's a really neat use of the digital design space, and I think it's an excellent example of some of the fantastic deck building puzzles that Marvel Snap presents. In fact, speaking of deck building puzzles, look like I've rambled about twice as long as I normally do in my deck text. I appreciate everybody that hung out through the end of it to hear all the ideas that are going on in this deck. I hope you enjoy the game highlights. Remember, if you do, to tap that like button and leave a comment down below letting me know what your favorite one was. And if you're new to the channel and you like wacky out there decks like this, make sure you subscribe. I post deck highlights with new ideas here 7 days a week. I also cover Marvel Snap game news and other updates. You wouldn't want to miss anything, but for today, enjoy some gameplay with Agatha Harkness driving the wheel for, well, as long as we'll let her before I take back over and try and close out some games successfully.
Right on time.
Alright. I'm in charge because of Lady Sif. Do we just Ghost Rider left? I think we Ghost Rider left, huh?
Wind, aid my hand.
I think Sarah. Is that why they can't have this for free with Professor X? And if they want to take here, we're 9-2 and they're 7-2. And then Crossbones probably wins left, right? Hope all is well. Glad you got me addicted to Snap. Healthy addictions are great. Thanks for the 45 months, Jace. Well, shit. I'm gonna gamble on a big thing over here. We don't have priority. Nailed it.
Time.
I don't understand why it works, Young Thick. It's unintuitive to me, too. That's not how I would expect it to work. The Snap Math video does not account for the fact that Agatha means you have an 11-card deck as well, though. It was not a calculation I did. You'll have to run some other numbers with her. It's a shame Agatha didn't go mid. Would have liked to Taskmaster her. Well, I guess we just Taskmaster, right? And then we Enchantress next turn, huh? Get rid of the Iron Man. I'll snap them. Hey, Peabody. Thank you for the 25 months. Welcome back. Oh, we have priority. So if they destroy her here, they're very sad. Okay. Also makes Spectrum very sad. right, crossbone should be something else. I don't know what, though.
What are the odds?
We need Lady Sif to not go mid. That's awkward. So, I can't Enchantress Iron Man because Cosmo is there. So I guess this is just like Ghost Rider plus Enchantress for stats mid. Taskmaster and copy Jubilee. Chavez doesn't count as played, even though this says play a card from your deck. This wording should be updated. And what's going on, Izzy? Thank you for the 39 months. Welcome back. Hey, good chat.
What are the odds?
Yeah, I agree, Doug. The concept of this seems legitimately very good. So again, Agatha always plays herself if possible. Alright, we each got a 14 power thing, huh? And then let's Sarah here. And then I can go Enchantress Shang-Chi to win left next turn. I think negative is playing without Psylocke. I don't think so. We tried negative without Psylocke earlier today in a viewer pool, and it was really clunky and awkward. Could lose right here. Whoa, they bailed out of the right. That's so good for us. Sarah is such a cracked card, chat. Enchantress. Crunch. Is Mr. Negative Sarah deck good? It is. Yeah, you can find a Mr. Negative Sarah deck highlight up on my YouTube. That's very, very rare. Do the bots cheat? At the higher ranks where I am, some of the bots look at your cards and how you played them out, and then they play their cards deterministically to beat you if they can. That's not just me being salty saying the bot was cheating. We know that some of the bots work that way. The devs have told us.
Always lucky.
They basically have Daredevil. It's on console. Wonder if their setup requires to go through changes. I mean, games push updates on consoles without re-updating through the App Store all the time. You bots ever retreat sometimes.
Wind, aid my hand.
All right, Aggie mid, please. Aggie mid, please. Damn. Why do the bots exist? To put a cap on how long players can sit in the queue for. To help players get matches quickly. They inflate the number of cubes in the system, in the ecosystem as well. Is also accurate. Okay, so they punted Sarah into the middle. What is Wongers doing here? Again, Sif into Ghost Rider into Chavez over here. It's just like 17 on the right or 16 on the right. Sure, let's do it. They get doom botted. If we get doom botted, we win the tiebreaker, right? Because we tie right, they're up by 10, we're up by 11.
Victory.
Always lucky.
All right, chat. Agatha is 1 in 3 to make us a very happy boy. Okay? Okay, so you're saying there's a chance. Come on. Come on. Lucky rubber ducky. I mean, this is 9, 13? Sure. Thanks for being one of the awesome people that made it all the way to the end of the video. Remember, your likes and comments help videos grow with engagement, and be sure you're subscribed to the channel as well. I post Marvel Snap game news, updates, deck highlights, and other fantastic stuff here 7 days a week. We hope to see you back again real soon.